Well, it's been a while. Wanted to hop on and do a little bit of streaming tonight. So I am trying something new, and that is I am running virtual I think they call it they call it VPS. So I guess it's virtual private server through uh Ninja Mobile Trader. Checking it out. Someone recommended it to me, and it does work on Mac this way. It is not free, so um, it is a paid service, but it's just a great way, really, to run Ninja on a Mac, without having to go through Parallels. So, uh, trying it out and seeing how it's working. So far so good tonight. Just logged on. Actually, I did want to. We're just gonna try this out here in this one account. Um, then I can put my stop here, there, just a micro. So there you go. Up a point and a half already. Um, like I said, just trying this out. I do like it so far because it seems the execution is super fast. I mean, they guarantee you pretty much got a connection right to Chicago. So, be interesting to see how it works out. You know, I mean, I think it would be great not to have too much latency. Of course, always, it depends on your internet connection. Mine isn't the greatest. I live in a rural area, but supposed to get fiber later this year, which I so cannot wait for that. I'm looking forward to that very much. So anyway, but yeah, so this is direct connection, they claim, so we'll see how it works. But anyway, I also did want to bring this up. This is the strategy that I trade. Is the Strat. Um and I do use a tad bit of ICT concepts, just fair value gaps, liquidity, and also volume and balance. But I am primarily Strat based. So um I also came up with I can't well, I don't have it digitally. I just went old school pen and paper, but came up printed a calendar. I just went, on the internet and printed an April calendar, and each day I've just been marking down what I've been making in the evaluation accounts. So, I have 3 of them I'm working on, and I'm just going to roll with 3 once those are funded and to pay out, then I will work on adding more. One thing I found was I felt like I was rushing the process, and there's just no need to do that. I mean, um, I know 3 guys this month that are also streamers, Alpine Trader, Nutty Bar Trading, and also Trades by Matt. All 3 of those guys have withdrawn over 40K this month or last month from Apex. I think Trades by Matt withdrew 80K. I know Nutty withdrew 30. And Alpine I think withdrew 40 or 50. So all those guys that they do trade multiple accounts with Apex, but they all pretty much started with, you know, 3 to 5 accounts, $200 a day roughly, and that's that. I mean, they shut it down. So, um, that's what I've been going for on each account, and it's working out so far. Um, and then, so that's just what I'm going to do. And, you know, some days I'm sure it'll work out great, some days it won't. Obviously, this is why I just took a micro. I was just playing for this little bit of retrace here, but we may come back down and come down here, and then down into here. So we'll see. We are in this mother bar range here. Um, obviously don't know which way we're gonna go, but actually just let me go ahead and reverse, and then I'll move my stop up here. Um, so that's just kind of um kind of the way it's been working out so far for me past few days, because I just realized I needed to sit down and focus rather than trading on the go, all this other stuff and causing me to lose accounts. It just wasn't necessary. So um I've traded well the past few days. I've been proud of myself for that. And so just have to keep at it. But that's what I'm going for right now, is just 3 funded accounts, get them all to pay out. Uh that'd be $6,000 if I get them all to pay out. So um just a couple $100 a day. I mean, I might can still rush the evals, but when it comes to the PA accounts, I am not rushing those. So, like I said, $200 a day, that's what I've noticed, that every single one of those YouTube streamers that are consistent and withdraw on a consistent basis from Apex is $200 a day. And I mean, I just don't think there's, you know, much more need in, yeah, I mean, you can push your account higher. I mean, that's great if you can do it, but it's really not necessary, because in 10 days you can request a withdrawal. So you're done, and now you got your 2 grand in your hand. So looking forward to come back here and test, and then also down into here, into this range. Um my stop is in a good location for this short. So 16,430. I'm sorry, 18,430, my goodness. Um So, I'd love to see us retrace all the way back down into here. I don't know if it'll happen, but we did just open this new 4-hour candle. So, um, that's a good sign. If we got that pullback there on the first 30 minutes, we'll see what the next 30 minutes does if they come back down into here in this 18,410 area. And if I get stopped out again, so be it. But um I am looking for this pullback to continue here. I am not copy trading this account. It's just in this one account. So, um, worst case scenario, lose a few bucks. It's not gonna hurt me. My valuation is more than halfway to passing. So, can't get in trouble with micro. I think I may like this Ninja Trader. Mobile. It's called mobile. Gosh, what is it called? Um, I think it's called Ninja Mobile Trader VPS, I think is what it's called. Yeah, so Ninja Mobile Trader is their website, but it's called Ninja Mobile Trader VPS. So, like I said, it's not free, so you do have to pay for it, but I think it was like $80 or something. Um I mean, something I was willing to try, because Ninja doesn't have native to MacBook. So figure it's cheaper than going to buy a Windows computer. And and like I said, I like that it has like a direct really fast connection to Chicago. So I do still really like Quant Tower. And I'm running that in parallels. So that way if I'm traveling or something I can have Quant Tower with me. Um and I love Quant Tower for the fact that you can set your stop loss and take profit like right, as soon as you put the trade on. I know there's a way to do the ATM on Ninja, but I've got to do some more research on that. It was super simple on Quant Tower. Of course it's bouncing right, right out of that fair value gap right there, or this liquidity. I get confused about whether it's liquidity or fair value gap, but anyway, nonetheless, bounced right out of there. So, but we are coming up here on the new 30-minute candle, so it makes sense that they would bounce it right there. Probably for this first minute at least they're going to, and then we'll see if we can get some more downside all the way down into here. This 18,397 area is what I'm looking for. Probably can't test the connection, but I would love to know if this virtual private server is actually faster than running the Ninja on my Windows desktop. Be interesting to see. But you can't have two. Well, I could technically log into this one. No, I don't think I can. I was gonna say maybe I could log into this one with the TradeAvate account, and the other with the Rhythmic, but I don't think that'll work out. But just be interesting to see test the data connection to see if it's any faster. If I get to a payout, I mean, it will certainly pay for the $80, to run the virtual private server. So I'm not really worried about that. But um, just cost of doing business. Um, they do bounce it, start coming back up into here. This 18,432, 18,435, 18,443, and then all the way up here to 18,454. But I don't know if that's going to happen. But they are. This first 5 minutes of this new 30-minute candle sure is a bounce. I mean, if you were on a mini, that's $100 right there. I mean, it's 10 on a micro, so like I said, I'm not gonna sweat it, but it's definitely a bounce. If this does turn into a hammer here on this 60 minute, I would rethink my short. Probably catch a few ticks or points all the way up back up to that upside right there. Into 18444 area. Oh, by the way, Apex extended their 80% off sale 1 day pass for 27 days. So I think another 26 days or so. So makes 50K account on Rhythmic like $33, I think. Um Somewhere around in there. I'm tempted to actually take a mini long right here and catch more of this bounce, but sure as I do, they'll run it back short, so we had some great movement earlier. I don't know what happened. Um I was at work, so I didn't get to pay attention, but we had like a 200 point that this right here, I don't know what happened. If it was a news can or not that one. But it was like a 200 point move. I mean, in Globex, and that does not happen a lot. Not that much. So I don't know what happened. Um, but all of a sudden, within like 30 minutes to an hour, they just bought the heck out of it. But you can see the range we're in. I mean, it was pretty tight. It's pretty tight, really. Um, I like where I got my stop though. So if I do get taken out, I mean, I'm okay with it. Um, and I can put another one there to go long actually in case we do go up there. That is one thing I need to figure out this ATM strategy because I love that about Quant Tower that I can just set a stop loss and a take profit and it'll practically do it for me. I've been running a 40 tick um a 40 tick take profit and a 40 tick stop loss. I don't know if we have any economic data in the morning. Oh, I guess we do. Unemployment at 8:30. And FOMC speakers throughout the day. So, yeah. I don't know if I can make this little window bigger or not. I'm going to try. I'd like to make it bigger at least. Let's try that. That work? There we go. Ah, that's better. Yeah, so another 26 days. So you can get 80% off and 1 day to pass on Apex. Um, so you don't have to pass it in 1 day. It's just an option to pass it in 1 day. A lot of people get hung up on that. You don't have to. It's just an option if you do. Um, I've passed in 1 day, got super aggressive, but that didn't mean no good once I got to PA account because I felt like I had to rush it again. So it's just, I don't let it phase me. If I happen to pass it within a few days, great. If I don't, I don't stress about it. As long as I pass it within 30 days, I'm good. Because the thing is, if you don't pass it within 30 days, you need to blow the account before it resets. Because otherwise you don't get like a it's kind of interesting. Your balance will carry over. However, your drawdown doesn't really carry over, and also um it it's something, I don't know, it's just something kind of weird. I don't really understand, but basically you need to pass it in 30 days. Which if you make $200 a day in 10 days, well, less than 10, a little over 10 days, you passed it anyway. So if you guys hear me chuckling, it's because I'm laughing at my dog over here. She's licking and chewing on one of her toys, and it's just funny the way it's just funny to watch her. Well, they are kind of turning this new hour in or this hour into a hammer, so we'll just have to see if they keep buying it back up here. They're just kind of playing around with it right now. I have definitely made it a point to get my next set of PAs to pay out. I had a really tough couple of weeks um last month, and it just I got in such a drawdown that I was like, well, might as well just blow them and start over. So probably not the best mentality to have, but figured it was just easier to start over than try to dig myself out of that deep of a hole in them. And it was just, I did everything wrong that that a trader could make. I overtraded, I revenge traded, I sized when I shouldn't have. It was a combination of, I traded chop. It was just a combination of everything. It was everything combined, and I blew them. I saw it happen to Alpine Trader, I think back in February, March, something. February, I think it was. He blew like several in one day. I mean, it had happens. But really, the only thing you give up when you blow them is the time invested and a little bit of money. So, and yep, they're turning this hour into a hammer. I will not get stuck in chop though. If it takes out my stop, that's just it. It takes out my stop. So they're coming back to test out liquidity right there. At 18,430, it may go ahead and take my stop. It looks like it's going to. If you look at the strat, this could be what they call a small TTO. Triangle they out. Meaning they're getting out temporarily and they're going to reverse it. So let's just see. I'm trying to think where my drawing tools are on this. I can probably draw it much better in trading view. Basically kind of looks like this. Almost like a mini broadening formation. Not perfect, but you get the idea. Something along those lines. So there's your broadening formation roughly. If they've used all of this as a TTO. So we're just kind of stuck. You can see why I didn't want to switch and go long, because they could just be coming back to test this liquidity on the hour here. So we still got 10 minutes, on this hour. I mean, they could, continue to pull back, or then maybe they buyer step in and pull us up here to this liquidity up here at 40. So I don't know, we'll see. Just kind of a super tight range right now, and but I like where I got my stop. If it takes my stop out, so be it. um just not gonna overtrade chop small ranges. I just do much better, with expansions and that sort of thing. So I did catch a good portion of this move here today. Wait, was this the one tonight? This was the one tonight. I did not catch this. This is the one that I was like, what the heck just happened? I caught a good portion of this move today. In fact, I caught almost all of it with one micro. So, I woke up kind of late, about 9 o'clock, and I put, I was like, oh, it looks like a 3-2, or on the or two. I'm sorry, 2 down, 2 up reversal. So they caught this short, but then once they started coming back up through here, so I just put on a micro and went to sleep because this. Look at all this. It's like pivot machine gun. I went back to sleep. Um, so pivot machine gun looks like this on it's not a true pivot machine gun, but it just sort of looked like it if you wanted to draw it out. But you just basically need 5 pivots in a row. So, they took out this whole range. They just traded all the way back up through it. So that was 200 and something dollars I made on one micro. Um, and it was I caught a great trade, really. I don't know how many subscribers I have on my YouTube channel. I think I was up last time I checked. I was up to 130 something. But once I get to 150, I'm gonna give away an Apex 50K eval. Yeah, I have 132 subscribers. So once I get to 150, I'm gonna give away a 50K Apex eval. So no matter what the price of it is at the time, um, whether it's 70% or 71% off, 80% off, whatever sale they're running, but I'll just take a drawing and give away an eval. I can't believe it didn't take my stop there, but it didn't. But you can see why I didn't want to go in with a mini because oh, I knew as soon as I did they were just gonna reverse it. But looking at the chart now here at midnight, you could have taken this short off of this doji right here or failed 2 up, also as the strat would call it. Um so you were 2 up, but you were red, and I swear I think you can make a living off of failed twos on the strat. Um, they're my favorite actually. The failed twos are my absolute favorite. So they buyer stepped up, they came up into here, and then boom, boom, they just took it straight back down. I'm actually gonna move my stop just a few ticks. Few points I should say, because it's way more than a few ticks, but a few points at least. Yeah, I don't know what this was at like the 6 o'clock hour, but I didn't have my alerts turned on. But man, I wish I could have caught that. My goodness, that would have made my night for sure. Oh man, I didn't realize it's 2 in the morning. I really need to try to go to bed. Well, you can see the mother bar we're stuck in now. Um, this one, the one they created at 7 o'clock tonight, just out of nowhere. One guy in one of the discords I'm in said he blew two PA accounts. He was short, and it just reverted. That I mean that this happened in like a few minutes. Honestly, it was crazy, but I'm glad I wasn't in. Well, in fact, I think I was in. I was in short. I had one micro on, so I just happened to check my phone. I'm like, what happened? But I mean, I've more than recovered that little loss back tonight. So All right, I'm going to get out actually and just go flat. Gosh, where's the daggum flat button? All right. There it is. Now I see it. Yeah, of course, soon as I get out flat, they're going to come down and test this liquidity right here at 16 like a Anyway, nonetheless, um I need to go to bed, so I don't want to leave any trades on, orders on, anything like that, especially with some data in the morning. Just let that play out. And maybe I'll try to stream in the morning New York session. I've never streamed New York session. Well, I take that back. I think I did one day. But I'll try to stream New York session and see how that works out. But well, it's a good thing I got out. I would have been flat anyway. Yeah, so I'm just gonna probably hop on tomorrow and see what the day brings us. So hope everyone has a good night, and we'll see what the market delivers for us tomorrow. All right. Have a good night. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you guys. And like I said, Apex is still running gonna run the 80% off to the end of the month roughly. So you got plenty of time to buy an eval. 50K is about $30. And but once I get the channel to 150 subscribers, to celebrate that, I'm gonna give away 150K Apex eval. So all right. Hope everyone has a good night. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it.